For the next 2 days, we're traveling around the south of Vietnam in the Mekong Delta.
It was really scary, my heart beat like...
We're doing a trip to the Chu Chi tunnels and we'll compare a very touristy boat ride on the Mekong Delta to a more local experience.
We're going on a tour of the tunnels today, and after that we'll head for a tour of the Mekong Delta, which is also our next location. So we've asked them to just drop us off in the Mekong Delta.
We loved our stay at the Marriott Hotel. It was so clean, relaxed and conveniently located. But it's time to say goodbye to the luxury of a city and head into the more rural area of South Vietnam. Our first stop? A small gallery where they produce Vietnamese art by people that got affected by the war. Here they show you the process of making these beautiful pieces of art, and there's of course also a big shop. After a quick stop, we went further into the countryside towards the tunnels.
Well, we made our way to the Chu Chi tunnels. These tunnels were used for shelter from the bombings. They were used as hospital. And mostly they were used to surprise the Americans, still only at the entrance, but I can already see how incredibly dense the jungle is here. You can see maybe 5 or 6 meters into the jungle.
Instead of making the tunnels near rice fields, which has soft ground, so it's easy to build the tunnels, they wouldn't do that because the tunnel would collapse because of the soft soil and the flooding, of course. So they made it in this area, which has a very hard and solid soil. More difficult to build the tunnels, but very sturdy, so they won't collapse for the bombs of the Americans. It's such a vast forest here. It's no wonder they couldn't spot any of the booby traps, because everything is covered by leaves.
Oh, this is really, really small.
If you're afraid, don't come in. But if you come in, don't stop. Keep walking.
No way back.
If you stop, you will.
This is really tight. There's the water.
Water well. Okay. Going forward. Man. It's incredibly warm. Tight.
And tight. You okay?
Yeah, I can barely walk here.
I can, hopefully.
Left.
Okay.
Almost have to crawl. Oh, we're at the end.
We're there. That's good.
Oh man.
I'm glad it's not too long. It's pretty tight. I'm a little bit claustrophobic as well. It was the exact right amount of tunnel for me. We got out over here and the entrance is over there. It was not very long, but can you imagine how big the tunnel system can be with all the extra rooms and everywhere? Pretty scary to just live there.
The Chu Chi tunnel complex alone was over 250 kilometers of tunnels. Well, we saw like 5-6 meters. That was enough. It's very warm and very difficult to walk.
It's very tight. I mean, I could move around a little bit, but you couldn't at all. You're too tall for these tunnels. I think they only have like these really small ventilation things everywhere. Air might be really thin there. They used to make fake termite nests for their air ventilation. Okay. This one's even more tight.
Hey, slowly. Put some leaf.
Yeah. Oh, my hips. It's tight.
Yeah, you have to.
Okay.
Put your hand straight in the air.
Yeah.
And have to lift. Lift by your back hand. Okay. Go right. Turn right. Okay. Turn right.
It's really small.
Yes, it is.
Wow.
There she is.
Oh. Come on.
It was really scary. My heart beats like.
I'm dirty everywhere. But I didn't need to crawl like this. I could still go like this.
Ah, good.
So it was okay. Once I saw it, it was okay. It was super tight. And it's hard to get up with your arms up because then you need to use all your leg muscles to just put yourself up there.
Oh yeah, there's like a little stair.
Yeah. Yeah, there are steps, so it's fine.
It used to be smaller.
I read about that. They made it bigger for the tourists. But really, over there, my hips were on both sides of the wall.
I'm gonna claim I did it too.
I think your hips will get stuck there. And your butt. Ooh.
One of the booby traps. Here they made a replica of a surgery bunker. They used to be underground, like 6 meters deep, connected to all the other tunnels. They created the kitchen in such a way that the chimney would take the smoke far away from the kitchen and it would only come out in very small bits at a time. Because if the smoke would be seen by the enemy, the B-52 would come to pay a visit within a few minutes.
So this is the smoke, but the kitchen is over there. They made all the clothes for all the people who were down here, like the people from the military, but also the people who are cooking. They had different uniforms. So the military obviously has green uniforms. But for the kitchen people who were out in the evening as well, they were wearing black clothes. So they won't be seen in the night. These slippers you see over here are made from old tires from the tanks from the Americans, and they use them as shoes.
This is where they repurposed the weapons of the enemy. So they got out the gunpowder and they make their own weapons.
This is the dangerous job.
The tunnels were really impressive and it's difficult to walk here, and I can't imagine how difficult it must have been to fight here with the Vietnamese being able to just disappear into a hole in the ground, come out the other end, shoot you from the back, booby traps everywhere. It must have been a terrible place back then.
The many deaths of the Vietnamese whom defended their country to the end and their way of life through it all left a big impression on us, and hope they will keep on telling their story for generations to come, so that history will not repeat itself.
After almost 3-hour drive, we're finally at the Mekong Delta, and we're going to do a boat tour to Unicorn Island.
We clearly arrived at the more touristy part of the whole tour. Unicorn Island, even the name is a bit touristy, has many different tourist traps. But even though it was like that, I still had a lot of fun. We learned a bit about the busy bees while tasting a very peculiar honey and moved on from there to the farm side of the island. Here they grow all kinds of fruits and there's even a water coconut farm.
These are underwater coconut trees. So instead of the land coconut trees, they don't have water inside them, just some kind of jelly.
Hi. Oh, sorry.
Come on.
After tasting some delicious fruit from the farm, the sun was starting to set. But we had one more last fun thing to do on the island.
We're going on a smaller boat ride now, a canoe kind of thing, which they just paddle instead of a motorboat.
Said goodbye to the tour, and now we're getting a grab to get closer to the homestay, and then they will pick us up by a boat. So it's going to be a nice adventure, I hope.
It seems many taxi drivers watch videos from people in a car doing a dance or a sing-along. We didn't even know those things existed. He dropped us off in the middle of nowhere and asked twice if we were certain of the location.
The snail, it's huge. Okay.
It was really dark and we heard some dogs barking, but luckily the boat came along soon, so we were on our way to the guest house.
It's pitch black. Such an adventure. We're just over there, there were dogs. And they're bringing us to our homestay. Yesterday we got over there. We had to walk on this really small path. That's the place.
So what are we doing here at the same place as yesterday? Let me explain.
We are now in Vindong. Well, close to Vindong actually, on an island in the Mekong Delta, and we're staying at this beautiful family homestay.
This homestay or guest house has many different rooms and a beautiful garden surrounding it. There are several places where you can sit back and relax. There's a very nice pool, and a bit further along the yard is even a pool table and a football table. When you walk all the way to the back, you'll find a small pond you have to cross, and then you arrive at the waterfront terrace. Here you can enjoy a delicious breakfast, lunch or dinner, and also board a boat to do a tour along the Mekong Delta in this area, which we are going to do later and pass by our drop-off from yesterday. My favorite spot was definitely the garden. It had a peaceful pond and a gorgeous terrace that looks out over the Mekong Delta. The view was just stunning. And this is our room. Let's do a quick tour. This is our spacious room with a good mosquito net, which you really need with so much water around. And this is the bathroom, small but functional, and a good hot shower. This morning we had to get up early once more and do another, more local tour around this region of the Mekong Delta.
We are at the fish farm at the moment where they are feeding the fish. This is a huge pond and about 5 meters deep.
After this quick stop, getting back on the boat was a little bit of a challenge, since there was no real dock and just a lot of slippery mud. But once we got back on board, a little surprise was waiting for us at our next stop. The traditional Vietnamese music and play was such a fun experience. The people were so warm and welcoming as well. We enjoyed some refreshing drinks and fresh fruit before hopping back on the boat to head to our next stop. This time, we're doing another traditional boat tour, similar to yesterday's, but way less touristy, which means fewer people around. As we floated down the swamp-like river, we enjoyed the quietness and listened to the sounds of nature. The last bit of the tour was in our opinion the most fun part, as we got back on land at a local market in a village. Places like this are the best way to immerse yourself in the local culture and daily life. It's great to see the daily life of the people in this region and do some actual local shopping. That's all for the tour around the Mekong Delta. As you can see, it's really worth your time to visit and take in some more local and rural experience in Vietnam. In the next one, we're going to an island to experience our first time motor driving and the luxury of a very nice resort. So make sure to check back in soon.